Hi, it's Dr. Jay Faber. I just got back from Atlanta a couple days ago, and I thought I would shoot out a video blog. I specifically went to meet a number of attorneys, judges, people involved with the probation department, parole department, to discuss criminal justice and reform and what some next steps might be. One of the more intriguing meetings I had was with Judge Asha Jackson and David Lee Winditcher. David is an attorney, literally ex-Miami gangster thug, now turned criminal defense attorney. If you want to read a great story, check him out on Amazon.com. But we were on a radio show talking about a number of differing issues. One insightful activity that both David and Judge Jackson are working on at the present time is creating an interface between both the juvenile department and the legal department. And specifically, what they are doing is getting together with the juveniles to talk about how their dress, how their attire, how their sort of nonverbal presentation can create an opinion from other individuals and explains why legal authorities might be stopping them. They're also talking about ways to help these juveniles articulate what their true intentions are such that they don't create more disharmony with the legal system. They've got their job to do too. Simultaneously, they're getting together with the local police authorities, other people who have interfaced with these juveniles to find ways to connect, engage, and not create more disharmony, more what I would call polarization that can lead to unfortunate incidents such that we'd see at someplace like, unfortunately, Ferguson. During our conversation, I came up with an idea that could be an add-on to this interface, which I think is a genius approach to help these groups, is what if we did this? What if we got both the juveniles and the legal authorities together in the same room to talk about the types of things Judge Jackson and David Lee are discussing, but then add something to it? Is after that conversation, have both groups sit down, watch a movie like Straight Outta Compton, which, by the way, if you want to see polarization between the young juveniles, young adult groups, and the legal system, this is incredibly, let's just put it, emotional, and I think is at the forefront of what we're seeing in some of our communities today. But if we sat down, had them watch and stop the movie and discuss different ways that both sides could communicate to create less disharmony and less hyperpolarization. I'd be curious to hear your thoughts. If you have ideas, please shoot me an email. I'm going to make a list of questions I would be kind of using as well during these conversations, and I'll probably run it by Judge Jackson and David to get some input from them too. I just think we're at a place right now in society where we need to take some steps to improve our communication. Polarization is at a real high at the present moment, and we see it on the news, the media, on the internet every single day. I'm a firm believer in the following. People want and really truly desire to live by a higher calling, something that's greater, bigger, something they never dreamed would be even possible. But if they don't get that higher calling, they end up fighting with each other. They polarize each other. They disagree with each other. And we see some of the things that we've been watching on TV and the internet for the last couple of years. So what I'm hoping is this, is that the activity that Judge Jackson and David Lee Winditcher started could continue, but at a much more global basis. I think their initial steps are incredibly genius, and we want to, I think, expand upon them. I'll be sending out a few other blogs this week from my trip. I had some really interesting conversations with some people who've been involved with the legal system and how they've changed. I also had some great conversations with attorneys, so I want to get that out so attorneys can figure out how to bridge with somebody like myself to help their clients get the just brain rehabilitation they deserve. This is Dr. Jay Faber signing off for now.